And that's how you install your Aquascape 1000 skimmer.
Today is Tech Tip Tuesday. First thing we're going to do today is install this Pond Skimmer. So today what we have is a Signature Series 1000 Pond Skimmer that we are going to install. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you a step-by-step process of how we install these. So first, before we even install anything, I took out all the tools that we're going to need to install this skimmer properly. So let's just go over a few of the tools so that way you guys can see. So first we have a silicone caulk gun with some silicone that we're going to need. You'll see when we fit our bulk fittings in that we're going to need that to make everything nice and snug. Next, we have our laser and our receiver over here, so that way we know our grade level and that way we know how deep we need to set this skimmer. So the next tool we have here is the channel locks, and what these are used for is to tighten the bulk fittings. We're also going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, an awl, a knife, and a 2-foot level to make sure that this pond skimmer is level all the way around.
So here we have our skimmer pad, our bulk fittings, our overflow, and our male adapters to attach it. We've got our skimmer basket, our skimmer rack, our skimmer lid, and our skimmer faceplate. So we're getting our bulk fittings out. I'm going to install them. The only tool you'll need for these will be a big set of channel locks. So these bulk fittings are reverse thread. They come with a nut and 2 washers on them. There's a rubber washer and a plastic washer. The rubber washer will be on the inside. The plastic will be on the outside. So rubber on the inside, plastic on the outside. This is reverse threads. So we'll tighten it as tight as we can, hand tight. Then we'll go a half a turn with the channel locks. I'll be doing the same thing on the other side. Next we're going to install our overflow elbow. So we'll put a little silicone on the threads so no water will leak out. We're going to thread it into, on this particular application, it's going to be the right side. And then our plumbing line to our skimmer is going to go on the left side. This will be threaded in on the back side. Same thing, a little silicone on the threads. And we will tighten this up with our channel locks.
So right now Jason is checking the height of the skimmer with the laser. He wants to make sure that that overflow is at the right height so it's not draining the pond out. So Jason, how do you know what height to put your skimmer at?
Alright, so what you'll do is you'll find the grade of your pond, what you'll want to know what the grade is. And from that grade, we like to keep water level 3 inches down from the grade. So this way, you know, you're not going to have any leaks around the outside of the liner. So after I've got that water level, what I like to do is keep that water level about 1 inch below the skimmer plate opening. And this way it gives it the same level as your overflow. They're exactly the same height. And then I'll go through, get the ground dug to that height, check it in the front of the skimmer opening here, like 1 inch down, and then I'll go ahead and level up the whole skimmer. So once I got the skimmer level, I actually get inside of it. Some people may, you don't have to. I like to do it because it keeps my weight inside the skimmer, and I'm going to backfill the sides. This way it doesn't move when I'm backfilling it. Alright, so what we did was backfilled around most of the skimmer. I left this open here. That's where our plumbing is going to come in. I want to have access to that. As soon as we start burying the line, we'll be able to glue it in, and I can finish backfilling it. Next thing we're going to do is install our skimmer faceplate. First thing you'll want is the skimmer faceplate that goes on the inside. In the bag of screws, there's like 2 guide screws that you'll want to unscrew in the top of this. And how you'll know what the top is on the bottom there's 2 screw holes, and on the top there's only 1. So we'll install these in the corner. Just kind of holds this in place. So when you're screwing the faceplate on, it's not moving around on you. So I'll line these up with the 2 top corner holes here. And it kind of holds it in place, as you can see. Next thing you're going to want to do is put silicone on the skimmer where that faceplate's going to go. Don't be afraid to use a good amount. It can't hurt. And what we'll do is go right through the screw holes with it. Make sure you got plenty on there so it seals it well. So the next step is going to be attaching the liner to the skimmer. What I like to do is to get a little slack on the bottom. Anybody knows that sets rock in the pond, sometimes that liner shifts a little. So I like to give it a little slack in case it pulls a little. It doesn't make that liner real tight up against the skimmer. So I will line this up. I'll poke one side through first, and then the other. I will flip this up over the top. Make sure that that lines up really well and it's flat. You do not want any wrinkles in this. If you get wrinkles in it on that faceplate, you're almost guaranteed to have a leak there. So make sure when we put our faceplate on, we have that 1 hole up top, 2 on the bottom. We'll slide these over the guide pins. And next, we're going to start 1 screw at a time. You'll poke the awl through the hole. I like to start at the top in the center here. Just get that 1 in, so when you're doing the rest, that is not, the faceplate's not moving around. Now I put that in, but I didn't tighten it all the way. This way this faceplate will move. You'll have a little bit of movement in it in case some screw holes don't line up exactly. And I just like to work my way around, going opposite side to sides. So we went on top before, we'll go on the bottom. Next with these 2. And just like the top, we're not tightening them as we go, we're just getting them a little snug. Alright, so we got all them in. The only 2 we have left is where our guide pins are. We'll take them guide pins out and put screws where they were. Alright, so they're all in. Now I'm going to go through and tighten them. Just like I put the screws in, we're going to go opposite. So if we start at the top, we'll move to the bottom, go from the right, go to the left. So I've got them all tight. Now I'm going to go through and just give them 1 last turn. Make sure everything's tight. And I go right around. You can do it clockwise, counterclockwise, doesn't make a difference. Just want to make sure everything's nice and snug and tight. Alright, so those are all tight. Our next step is going to be cut this opening on this faceplate. So just stay right near the edge of it. Take your razor knife. Once that's out, the only thing left to do is to cut the liner along the top. I like tracing right around the edge of the skimmer and then going right to the top of the faceplate. And that's how you install your Aquascape 1000 skimmer.